All right, next episode of a UTI podcast. Thank you to everyone that's been subscribing and watching. We
And hitting the
appreciate every
like
single
button.
and hitting the like button. Yeah, we appreciate all of you. I'm Renee, and this is
I am Lisa Marie. Hello, everybody.
and we have with us today,
I'm Dena Carr.
and where you from, and what do you do?
I don't claim to be from anywhere.
Oh,
I'm a military wife, so we are constantly moving. But currently, we live in El Paso, Texas.
all right.
And did you ask what do I do? I have 8 children. I homeschool my kids, and I run when I can.
Okay.
But 3 of my kids are actually adult children now, so I am only homeschooling 5 children. And the newest thing in my life, I'll be a grandma in like 2 months, so I'm pretty excited.
What?
Wow! Congratulations.
Congratulations. Are you excited? Are you making things? Have you already got scrapbooks going?
I am very excited. We know it's a little boy. We don't know his name yet, but yes, my son had just gotten married in November, a few days before my husband deployed to Poland, and I told my husband, what do you want to guess that you'll probably be a grandpa when you come home? And lo and behold, the baby's due 2 days after he's due to come home. So we'll see.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That is a surprise.
That's
yeah,
timing.
we knew he wanted children right away, and so we're super excited. But
Oh, I
Oh,
bet.
that's awesome.
going to embrace
Yeah.
the grandma era.
With the running, that should be interesting.
Yes.
I could see you running along and singing children's songs.
Yes. Yes.
Hopefully not Barney, or we have to have a discussion.
Oh, no, Barney.
No Barney.
Please. Okay, so we're going to try to talk about this race. We don't know what is, and I'm going to do the boring number part, and she'll do the fun, actually the soft score part. I'm just trying to find out if you got your money's worth.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what was your running time?
42 hours, 56 minutes, and 48 seconds.
Oh,
Wow.
68.
That's specific.
I had to look it up on Ultra Run sign up.
42 hours.
Yes, 56 minutes.
Oh, so that's almost 43. So we'll give you a 42.98. Okay, and the travel time to this race?
Round trip, about 18 hours.
Round trip. 18. She's just as bad as we are. Oh, that's not bad. You spent 70% of the time actually doing the race.
Yeah.
That's not like us.
Yeah. I looked at coming back to Kansas for some of those races. Now that I live in El Paso, I'm like, oh, it's a little bit further. I have to sleep in my car and just rest stop or get a hotel. And I'm like, oh, I try to keep it like 12 hours or less a day driving.
Okay. What was the race fee?
I also had to look up what I paid. So like it was like, you know, like there's different tiers. Whatever tier I fell into at the time was $450.
Okay.
And then it had like, you know, your ultra run sign up fees. So roughly $32 in fees. And then there is a requirement, either a $100 donation to a trail society, association, or volunteer. And I paid the $100 because I did not have time to volunteer with that year.
Oh, so about $585.
Yes.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's actually cheap these days.
You've seen worse. Yeah. So travel costs. So we're talking fuel, food on the way, snacks, drinks.
Flat
so
tire.
I estimated what I thought was about $210 for gas and food round trip. I had my daughter riding with me, so I had to buy her snacks too.
Of course. Did you spend any money on nutrition to bring to the race, or do you just go with the aid station?
I just went with the aid stations.
Oh, right. So we leave that one out. Shoes. Did you buy shoes for this race?
Just used what I had.
Oh.
No other essentials either. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's probably the highest score we've had on this one. 73% of your cost was actually the race fee.
Okay.
So,
I'm very basic.
yeah.
Your
Sometimes
husband
I
would
might
like that number.
so sometimes I might throw some nutrition vest, but what I find is I never use it. I just eat what's on the aid stations.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me, I'd rather just not carry weight that I don't need. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I rely on the aid stations. They
All right.
usually have everything I need.
Good. So was this a fixed race, fixed distance race?
Yes, it's a 100
Okay.
miler.
Okay. And so we say
A few bonus miles, but
42.98 was the finishing time. So what was the goal time for this?
I had run this race. This was my second time running it, and so I had a goal time of 42 hours.
Okay.
So I missed it
Almost
by
there.
mm-hmm,
What's the cutoff time?
52 hours.
Okay. Well, this is not so bad. This is not so bad. So people are trying to cheat by saying, "No, my goal was to finish," and they gave them an extremely high score because they did much better than than that. So I decided to break it down into
Okay.
performance, ambition, and aggressive.
Okay.
So your performance is based on your finishing time compared to your goal time.
Okay.
Did you do so? So you got a relatively low score because you went over your goal
Okay.
time.
I was fast. I was about 2 hours faster than the first time I ran it.
Okay.
But
Um,
I had a high,
yeah.
goal time. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ambition wise, you were very high, zero point 0.9 out of 1 between 0 and 1. So that's good
I think
because
that's the highest one we've had.
0.9.
yeah.
Not
No,
an
that was
ambition.
Simon. He had
That's fine.
0.99. He was a freak. And your aggressiveness, that is your finishing time compared to the cutoff time. And that is
Okay.
0.71, so that's good.
Oh.
Yeah. So overall on that, you got a
I like this
0.63.
podcast because it's very different than any other running podcast. These scores you come up with, I'm like, what? It's very interesting. Yes, it's different. We needed something different out there, so we're not having
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
podcast over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did you start running?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, just tell me how well I did or how
Yeah.
sucky I did.
So your return on investment in this score overall with your travel cost and your
hmm
time is 0.691, which is in the higher end. Yeah, that's good.
Out of 10?
That's between 0 and 1, so 0.69 is
Oh, 0.69. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's good. So now I'm gonna hand it over to Lisa Marie and talk about all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with the aid station since you rely
Yes.
on it.
Yes.
What did you give it and why?
If I could give it a 12 or what, it was a 10. Definitely a 10. Aid station has great food and the volunteers are amazing. I mean, they'll get down and they will tape your feet, your nasty feet, all up and just disgusting. And they just no, and they're just chatting and they don't care.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I need that
Okay.
aid station.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So I take it they give you a lot of cowbell.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it's and the food, they are cooking good, lots of food and
Yeah.
bacon and burritos and yeah.
So what
Not
are you
just,
eating?
Not
Are
just
you
ramen.
ramen? Yeah. Are you a vegan or
No.
do you eat meat?
Nope, I eat everything. I try and stay away from dairy a little bit more now. And
Mhm.
I don't know, something happened when I turned in my 40s. Dairy doesn't sit well with my stomach, but so I try and stay away from most dairy. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I'll eat it all.
Good
Whatever
for
I'm
you.
looking for.
Okay, how about that fun factor?
10.
A
10?
10.
Yes,
Why?
it's I love the hard. It's extremely hard, and
Mhm.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to give before you try and guess. Can I
Oh yeah,
It's in
we
the-
want to hear about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the more clues
It's-
we get,
yes.
the better.
It's in the mountains, and you're climbing over 42,000 feet of elevation in that 100 miles. So you're just constantly, and I just love mountains and I love climbing, and that's my juice.
Yeah.
And so I just love it. I love the extreme. You know, you can get mountain weather because of the extreme that you're going into. You're climbing. I don't know. I have an award up there, and I'm trying to think how many mountains, like 13 or 14 different summits or
Yeah.
something. Um, so it's extreme on the mountain peaks. It's um, I did actually come across someone who I ran some miles with, but usually I'm by myself. Actually,
Yeah.
at least the first year I was by myself more. Um, and so it's not necessarily the people because like I know I did this sticks with you guys, and there's lots of people, so that's a fun factor in a different way because you're with lots
Yeah.
of people. Well, this
Yeah.
one you got to be okay to be alone,
Right.
and in the mountains, and if I don't know. I like that sort of thing. I like if it sucks and
Yeah.
I gotta just get to the next aid station. There's nothing I can do. I just have to go. And so to
Right.
me, I know that's not fun to other people, but I like that.
Yeah.
It's fun to me. I totally get it. And
Yes.
since I've ran to you, I always see your brain. You were always working something. And
Oh, I do math in my head.
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially in timed races and I have a goal. Do you know how much math I was doing during that race? Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sure you did.
Yeah, we
I
saw
was,
you
like,
carrying the
calculating.
sticks.
Yes, the end I was. I'm
Yeah.
like, the sticks represented loops, and I had to get certain loops done in a certain time to get. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. So
But
I
this
can
one you
attest
can't. I
that you
can't
think.
like this one you can't because you have so much climbing, and I mean you're talking like maybe in a six. Like I remember the first year I did it. It's the same course, and I remember coming into the aid station, and the aid station's like, okay, this section's a little bit easier. It's only 3,000 feet of climbing in the 6 miles.
Oh, that's almost flat.
Well, no, but what you're not understanding is it's 3,000 climbing in 3 miles, 3,000 descending in 3 miles for the 6 miles.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
yes, so you're climbing about 1,000 feet in a mile, and you think running down that is easy, and it's not.
No.
Because
No.
I'm like, by the time you get, like, I want to go back to climbing, and then it's the only race that I'm like, oh, I'm really tired of climbing now. And then I'm like, oh, I hate going downhill, but give me the climbing back. So it's just a constant, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely, yeah, so I find it fun like that. I don't know.
That's good.
Hey, I understand it. I
Yeah.
am with you.
What do they call that? Is that type A fun? No. What is that?
Type 2 fun.
Type 2 fun? Okay. Whatever it is.
Type crazy fun.
Yeah.
So did they have any trail markings?
Yes. And you're required to, you're supposed to, I think it was Gaia. I don't think it was far out. Gaia, you're supposed to download the map, the route on Gaia. I had no problems this year when I did, well, it wasn't this year, it was this past year. It's 2024. No, 2023. No, I don't remember. No, it was not just this past, it was last summer. Yeah, it was last year. You're supposed to download that guide, but the first time I did it in 2022, there was a section that I didn't zoom in on the Gaia map app because the markers you couldn't see because it was rocky and above tree line, and so like you just couldn't see the markers, and I didn't zoom in, and so like I thought I was on the trail and I wasn't, and I ended up like going down this very sketchy on a ledge, almost falling down rocks, almost off the edge. Like the only time I in a race thought I might fall to my death. That was I did not have that experience the second time, but that was more of a error on my end because I didn't think about like, oh, I should probably zoom in to have a better view.
Yeah.
But no, but this year, the markings were actually fine. I didn't even need to pull up the Gaia app.
Okay.
Because they rerouted that one little section a little bit and made it even a prettier section. So I gave trail markings a 10 this time because I didn't have any sections that I was.
No, if you don't have to pull out the app, then
I didn't. Not this time.
So no death wish. Okay, how about the weather? I'm sure is this a summer race where there might be monsoons?
It is. I gave it an 8, and I'm trying to remember. The first year there was more storms. This time there wasn't much, just very little. I mean, there are just sections that maybe were more cold than other times, more hot than other times because of the time of day and where you were on the mountains. But there wasn't anything extreme this time. So just a little sections that got a little bit too hot, and it was like, okay, now I'm a little bit colder.
Yeah, that's the thing about mountain races is that you put on a jacket. Nope, need to take it off.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
very much.
So, did you have a pacer?
No,
Wow.
no,
Crew?
nope.
Nope.
Oh.
It's back at those aid stations.
Oh, now we come to the fun.
How about blistering, chafing, stomach issues, things that we don't talk about, or things
Yes.
that we should talk about?
I gave it an 8. I just had a few blisters that, just taped them up with some Leuko tape, and I was fine. Nothing
Okay.
that major that bothered me at all. So
That's good. This is
Yeah.
a good race for you.
yes,
Trail nap comfort. Did you sleep on the trail? Did you take a
Nope.
nap at the aid station? You
No.
stayed awake the whole time.
hmm
Good girl.
I'm so good at that.
Yeah.
I always tell people, like, especially since those longer timed races, it's not that I'm like super fast. I just can survive on no sleep. And so when people
Yeah.
sleep, that's when I can rack up miles. I just don't
Yeah.
sleep.
Exactly. yeah.
Exactly. That's my theory too. Yeah. Very little
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
And this was only 43 hours. No one needs sleep for 43
Yes.
hours.
Yeah. And besides, your kids probably have taught you how to stay awake for a
Well,
very
that's
long
what I
time.
blame it on. I blame
Yeah.
it on my kids. 8 kids, stay up in the middle of the night all the time. It's their fault. I don't sleep now.
Sending them a good thought from the trail.
Yeah. How about your mental state?
I gave it an 8. I didn't have any major low moments, but I did have an issue, and that's what I think cost me my goal time. The last like 25ish miles, it's almost like I had a asthma attack, and
Oh, yeah.
so I had a breathing issue, and every time I was breathing, it was like raspy and wispy, and I felt like I just had to keep taking deep breaths, and it didn't matter like whether I was just going like slow like, because it started happening like, well, very extremely hard climb, and then after that the only like flatter section of the race is around, I don't know, like around mile 80 maybe.
Yeah.
And everything else is like you're climbing, but it lasts for about less than 2 miles, and even in that
Okay.
section I was still struggling. And so yeah, for the last like 25-30 miles, it just felt like what I would say like almost like an asthma attack. So that part
Like a
was
trail
frustrating.
cough or something?
Yeah, and it was like a cough, and it was just I couldn't get enough deep breaths, and
Yeah.
it wasn't an altitude thing. I know what that feels like. It was very different, and it's actually something that's happened to me 2 or 3 other times in different races, even not in altitude, but like it's something like sometimes the cold will trigger it. I don't know.
Mm.
And so yeah, that happened, and it didn't go away till probably 36 hours or so after the race. Like I was still
Oh,
raspy.
wow.
Okay.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, the next day I was still like that on my drive home and everything. So I give it an 8. Because normally, like, I mean, sometimes I have lows, but
Yeah.
but I don't have as many lows as I used to have in the beginning of my racing journey.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was frustrating more. It wasn't like necessarily a low.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it still
was
kind of messes with you, right?
But
Yeah.
it was, I think the low was realizing that I wasn't going to hit that
Yeah.
time I wanted because it slowed me down.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I hate it when
And-
that happens too.
Yeah. And yeah. And so that's where, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, I'm glad you're okay now.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
about hallucinations? Come on, tell me
Yeah.
a hallucination.
Well, I put it at 10.
All right.
I mean, nothing major, but I did have hallucinations. And it was after that started, the raspiness, and I got down, did the flat section, got down, because that section is kind of it's like out and back. And so got down to the aid station, climbed back out, did that flat section again. And during that flat section again, I was seeing people in the trees. And I'm like, I know there aren't people in the trees, but it was like, I still don't even know what it was. I don't know if it's the shape of the trees that look like people, but I was like, literally, like, they were, like, it was, like old men and women looking people. and
Mm.
and yeah, and then I was seeing tents off to the
Oh.
side. There weren't tents there. I
No.
don't know why I don't know. So for me, when I don't usually have hallucinations, but when I do, it's it's like I don't know about. It's not full blown like I'm seeing things that aren't there. It's I'm seeing shapes that turn into something for me. Does
Right.
that make
Yeah.
Yeah.
sense? So
Yeah.
something's there, but it looks like this until I get close to it, and it's like, oh, that was a bush.
Yeah.
But it looked
Yeah.
like it was literally. I'm like, why are people camping out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get up to it, and you're like, oh, it's just a bush. Or in the tree, it was like I think it was just like the way the tree was. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
from back there, it looked like an old person just hanging out in the tree.
And
So,
sometimes those can really get at you too. It's like, oh, don't look.
yes, yes, and it's so weird because you keep like rubbing your eyes. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what am I? What? Yeah.
Yeah. And even when you tell yourself, I know it's a hallucination, but I still see it.
Yes, yes, and it was just mainly that section, and then it got well. Sometimes it's usually like my headlamp too, because then it was after that was when it kind of got um dark again. It was climbing up the one last pass. So yeah, because like the last 10 miles, you climb 5,000 feet up 5 miles and
Oh.
come down 5,000 feet in the last 10 miles of the race.
Wow.
So you
Okay.
think
That
it's,
sounds
you know,
fun.
the back half is harder than the first half. Yeah. It's fun. I hope you sign up after this.
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting here going, all right.
Yes, you are. I know you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, how about race versus the description? Did the RDs embellish any or not?
No, they
Give
try
up
to
the
scare
goodies?
you away from it. And I think most people would be scared, but I'm not. But yeah, I'd say 10. It's what they tell you, like, to
Right.
expect. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So there
Yeah.
were no surprises. You didn't come out and say,
Mm-mm.
this was not the race I signed up for.
No.
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 Okay.
The first year I did it, I kept thinking, there's no way that the next climb is harder than this climb. But it wasn't a lack of their description. It was like, I'm like, no, it's not. Oh yeah, I just kept getting harder. So it wasn't their fault. It was like, wow, it really is. It really is
Yeah.
this hard. Yeah.
Wow.
So
So, how about that swag and the medal and the buckle?
I'll say it's my favorite buckle.
Okay.
So yes, and I have two of them, and they look a little bit different, and they're my favorite. They're my favorite buckle. If I choose to wear a buckle, that's the buckle I choose.
Oh,
Okay.
right on.
So I gave it a 10.
What kind of swag did
and
they give you?
and the first year I did it, I got third place female. This year I got fourth place, or not this last time I got fourth place female, and the top three have like this really amazing handmade awards. So yeah,
Mm.
it's my favorite. It's my favorite award too. So definitely a 10.
Oh, right on.
Well, I
What
can
is-
tell you had a great race.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
9.3 out of 10.
Oh.
Well, for most people, it's the weather that drags them down. If they have
Yes.
a one on the weather, it takes everything down.
That's funny because I just come to expect when you're going to go run for so many
Yeah.
hours, you're going to have to expect that the weather's
Yeah.
going to change. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Oh, wow.
And your overall UTI score is 0.86 out of 1.
Ooh.
That's good.
So you need to go sign up because this is a good race.
This is a very good race. Let's see where you fall.
Yeah, let's see where you fall with everybody. And it's at the top. It's definitely in the top.
Yeah, let's see. What would you say? 0.864. It's a new number 1.
You hit number
Oh.
1. See?
Nice, nice. It's my
Yeah.
favorite race
I'm gonna
so far.
I'm gonna. This is a Colorado race, I'm
Yes.
sure.
It is a
It
Colorado
is.
race.
I think I know what it is.
You probably
I'm
do.
guessing it starts with an O.
Yeah, it starts with an O.
Yes.
It's an Ore.
Yes. Yes.
It's the only race I know that has 42,000 feet of elevation in
Yeah.
100
Yep.
miles.
I was gonna say, how much am I supposed to say because you might catch it because it's the race that climbs the most in America. Maybe in the
Yeah.
world. I don't know. Like
It's
well, I
extreme.
think I'm not so much sure about in the world because Tour de Giants, if that's how you say it, that one
Yeah,
actually is pretty much like 2 URAs back to back. It climbs 200 or it's 200 feet and over 80,000 feet. So
Oh,
that's my
wow.
number one race I want to do one day when I can travel
yeah.
Can
overseas.
I come crew you?
Oh yes, I would probably want a crew there.
Yeah.
Well, I know
So
Simon talked about that. It wasn't the race he picked. He just mentioned it. That was it was similar to the race he had picked,
okay,
but a much harder one. Um,
yes, yes. Well, I think yeah. For I mean, this is the hardest. I mean, Barclays, I don't put it in the same category. Okay.
no,
That's what I was going to ask
that's
you.
good.
It's not. It doesn't go in the same category as normal hundreds. It's so much off course craziness. Like
Yeah,
that's in its own category of itself. But URA is my um. Yeah, I mean it's the hardest race I've done, and it's my favorite because I just love the mountains, and
yeah,
um, I love it too because even though it's a um like more like a grassroots feel of a race because it's smaller. It's not
mm,
overtaken by any big companies or anything, you know.
Right.
The race
yeah,
directors who do it like love them. They're just so friendly, and even though it's kind of a smaller grassroots race, like the aid stations are just, I mean, the volunteers that they pull are just amazing. So they'll pull.
yeah,
I don't know if you're familiar with any of destination trail races. I know that their
Mhm.
top med guy Todd also comes to URA, and so he
okay,
like runs all the the aid stations. Like I mean, obviously there's volunteers, but he is like the head crew, and he knows his
Right.
stuff.
yeah,
So they don't skimp, even though they're a smaller, they don't skimp on it. But now they're getting so popular, like they sold out when I did it. They sold out, but then I was on the wait list, so I was able to get in.
There you
So,
go. So
and
are
I'm
you going
not
to
doing
yeah,
sign
it
up
this year
again?
because I'm hiking the Colorado Trail
Yeah.
for a fastest known time. So
yeah.
that's the only reason I'm not doing it this year. But
And
I'll probably
I
do
I'll
it
be
would,
next
I would,
watching
year.
you.
I would say for the way you described the volunteers and the aid stations, there was nothing was missing.
No,
The race
no.
fee is a
Mhm,
great price.
Yeah.
mhm,
That
mhm.
even for 100 mile, that's a really good price. And if you take into account that $100 goes to trail maintenance,
Yes,
then that's a very good price.
How many
right.
people start? Do you happen to know that number? Like 50,
I don't
100?
know. I don't know. I have to pull it up. I don't know. I don't know.
What about
Um,
DNFs? There must be a lot.
there are. There
Yeah,
are. Um, I want to say probably like at least 50%.
Wow.
yeah.
Like, um, yeah, it's so hard. I mean, a lot of the DNFs are because they're not making cutoffs.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
So how strict are those cutoffs? Is it
I mean, I
quicker in the
think they're pretty
beginning?
strict, but I mean, but I think people go in and they don't realize, like, I mean, even though I expected 42,000, feet of vert, like, I expect it to be hard, but it's
Right.
harder than you think it is.
yeah,
Because like you're not really making time up running down because I mean you're not gonna run a 10 minute
No.
mile running down that kind of steep terrain. It's not
no,
happening. So you're not making up a ton of time going down. So you really, really have to be a really strong climber
Right.
right,
to really do, to do well and to cut, and I think a lot of people come into it thinking, well, they can make up on the downhills because there's very little
No.
flat sections. There really aren't. And
yeah,
so, I mean, whatever little bit you do have, you have to run. Like you have to
yeah,
Right.
push it. And then, but I think for me, like I've done well. I mean, my goal is now 40 hours. The next time I run it, my goal is going to be, under 40 because I believe I can do it. But, um, you really have to be able to have a good strong game in climbing to really
yeah,
make those cutoffs. So,
So what
and
would
like
you
weather can
say?
take people out and
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
injury because, I mean, it is a mountain race. So there's a lot more proneness to twisting ankles going down and stuff. It's not as rocky as
yeah.
where I am here in El Paso,
Right.
but there's some steep sections that this one climb, this one mountain. Is it Handy's? No, no. What is it? I'm trying to. This one pass you go through, and then when you come back down, it's just these small pebbles, and you just like
Yeah.
so like both times I just literally just sat on my bum and slid down each
I am
like
for that.
switchback. Oh,
Yeah.
because I felt like if I was gonna run it, I was gonna fly off and like fall into all these like branches, like trees that are, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll just slide on my bum. It's
Did
Yeah.
that
you use
sketchy.
poles?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many races I have taken poles. I never use poles. Um, like and then like mountain races, I might just use them for very short periods. It's the only race like I first year I put my poles in the back for like the first 2 miles, and it was like, oh, pull them out, and I never put them back away.
Right.
No, it's the poles are you're using poles the whole time. And then because I was at the start line, I was like, everybody has their poles out. Yeah, yeah.
Some of them probably
quickly
knew what
learned.
they were getting into.
Oh yeah, yes. So yes, use poles the whole time.
So what would you say to somebody if they said that they were going to run it? Because I know that there are several from Kansas that are listening that are going to run it this year.
Actually, two of the guys that did last man standing race out in Kansas, chasing Casey's race, that I met there, Ed West and someone else, they came out and tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They missed the cutoffs though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, especially because I know it's flat out there. And my first year when I trained, I was out there, and so it's definitely like try to get as much climbing in as you can, or simulate it by using box jumps, weights. Like you really need to get those quads ready to climb, because that's where you're gonna go. Even running downhill, you're gonna break and try to control yourself with your quads.
Yep.
So I definitely recommend. I did, like I said, the first time I didn't have a lot, but I would go to whatever hills I could get and just kind of do repeats.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, it's harder too if you're not living at elevation. Some people have a harder time with that.
Yeah.
That's true.
And so, for instance, the first year I ended up with a pacer. A friend of mine came to pace the last 50 because he was training for UTMB, and then he fell and got injured while pacing me. Poor guy.
Oh my goodness.
And and I mean, not terrible, but enough that I was like, it's okay. Like I got the last 15 by myself. But they have this thing called the Ironton Clause. So Ironton is the aid station around mile 35. So if you make it there and you DNF, they're like, you need to come back to the finish line and volunteer or pace people. And so the last 15 miles, I was gonna head out by myself since my friend was like, had hurt himself. And this guy, he had started the race with me, but he DNF'd at that aid station because he couldn't handle the altitude. But then after being there and volunteering, he started feeling like he could handle it again. So he actually jumped in and paced me those last. But a lot of people will end up like the altitude will get to them too. So
yeah.
So for that, I mean, I don't know, like you really can't simulate that. I don't think. I mean,
yeah.
My body does. I do well with altitude. I don't usually get altitude sickness. Sometimes I might get a headache, but I just drink more water and I'm usually fine.
Yeah, it's all about hydration.
Yeah, and I think if you have high volume of miles, like I don't know. I'm a believer that as an ultra runner, like I don't know. I think I just train in zone 2 like so much, and I just have a high volume of miles that I think my body just does well at altitude because I think I just probably have more, like my heart rate's low, So I don't know if that helps or what, but definitely if you're not out there, like try to simulate like climbing mountains.
Or maybe go a week or two before.
Well, that's the other thing too. Oh yeah. So thanks for that reminder.
Okay, you're welcome.
So both times I did this, and the reason why I took my daughter this time was I just I forgot I did this 2 days before the race. So there's this trail. It's beautiful. It's like only 4 miles up, 4 miles down, and it ends up in a mountain lake, and it sits around 11,000 feet of elevation. So they're above tree line. so beautiful. So I took my daughter and we backpacked up there, and then we slept overnight, and we came down the day before the race. So we did it for
Oh,
like one night, and both years I did that. So the first year I did it by myself, and then since she was with me, so
yeah.
like when I was racing, she just read books. She went for a hike, and my friend and my and then I had a friend and she went and hung out with my friends, and so so she just like had fun. She went to the hot springs, so because she doesn't know much about crewing or anything, and so I was like,
Right.
you can
No.
have fun while I'm at the race. But yeah, so that is something that I do think that helped me both years.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
just
definitely.
sleeping at above tree line,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think it helped me going into the race already kind of acclimated some. So
Yeah.
good reminder. But yeah, that definitely, if I go, I will, not if, I will, when I go back again, plus it's just such a beautiful, it's probably my
It's
favorite
tradition.
trail. Yes, I will do it again.
Done it twice. Now it's tradition.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey.
So when we go and run the summit, usually, well, this year will be our tradition. Every second year, we're going to Leadville, and then we go and climb Elbert.
Oh, yes.
And so
Yes.
yeah, once you get up there, you're just like, I don't know, it just it eases in the body, and you get to
Yes.
see the marmots. So
Oh, I
Yes,
love
the
the
moments.
marmots.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yes,
Well, when I did the Colorado Trail last year, the one climb, it's like, oh, there's the trail to Mount Albert. No, I'm on the fastest no time. I got to do my thing here.
yeah.
So I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
add a couple more miles on that I don't need. So
Have you been up there?
not at Mount Albert. I've passed the little sign twice
Yeah.
because, like I said, the Colorado Trail, like it
Goes
passes
right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You should take some time and go up there sometime. It's really nice. It's not that bad of a climb.
Mhm.
I mean, for me it was easy.
Yeah,
I think for you it will be too, because
pretty
we're both
paved,
like,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. It's the kind of rocks we're already on over here in the
Yes.
Southwest.
Yeah, because you
But
guys
they
are
have
in New
some.
Mexico, right?
I live just 2 hours from you,
Is
like
it?
right down yonder, just
Where do
just
you
right
live?
there, Silver City, where the fire's at.
Oh,
Have you seen that on the news?
I knew that there was a place. Like I didn't know where the fires were affecting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So is that out near Ruidoso?
No, we're
Okay.
over. You know where Las Cruces is, right?
Yes.
And if you head toward Arizona, so you take a road and you
Okay.
go way up in the mountains. So
Okay. So how
it's
far are you from
about
Las Cruces?
hmm?
How far are you from
Yeah.
Las Cruces?
An hour and a half.
Yeah,
About 100
Okay.
miles.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
We
afterwards
live,
we'll chat. We'll make a plan
Yeah.
to meet up and run.
yeah. So we live right on the Continental Divide Trail. So it's
Nice.
just like right there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a trail I want to do hike sometime too.
Yeah, me too. It is very
Yes.
beautiful, and
Yes.
they're doing so much work on it. And
Yeah. It's very well kept out here.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the volunteers that are doing that, I mean, those have to be some incredible
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
We run
Well,
into
on
them
the
every year.
Colorado Trail crosses the CDT,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and the sections that it crosses are just beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think there's a lot of Forest Service kids out there in AmeriCorps, and
Oh, cool.
they're just having a lot of fun.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah,
And then we meet them at the local brewery afterwards. See them hanging out there after a day in the sun.
yeah.
Yes.
So, is there anything else you would like to mention about your race?
But I want to know about this FKT because I think this is the second time you're attempting, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's
It's
hear
my
about
third
this.
time.
Third
Third
time.
time.
Attempting.
Yes.
It is
Yeah.
my third time attempting. Third time's a charm. I better
Yeah.
get it this time.
You've got this.
Yeah, the first year I did it, I went. I think I started like July 7th or 8th or something, and I hit some snow patches. Not really a big deal, but there's a section that I slid down about 20 feet. And then when I got up, there was like blood in the snow. I felt fine, but it just kind of took off the top layer of my skin.
Oh.
And I didn't think much of it. I was like, well, I mean, I'm not real injured, but so I was like, I don't want dirt to get in it. So I put my buff there and kind of tied it because I was actually in a section that wasn't super, a lot of water. And then, not a good idea. I think I trapped my dirty self, trapped the germs I was already filthy. And it basically, gosh, just a few hours later, it got hot and then like throughout the night it just kept getting more hot, and then my whole leg was hurting, and so I knew it was infected, and
Yeah.
so I had to get off the trail. When I did get it, oh, it was awful. It was that infection um took me out for about 3 weeks of running. It was very painful. It
I
did get
remember
Yeah,
really
you
I
bad.
can.
writing about that.
Yes,
Yeah, I can
and
imagine.
and
Yeah.
then last year I tried again. I got further, but I ended up having a issue with my leg. I think it's kind of more like an overuse. So like when I was coming down the mountains, it was really painful and really hard to get through, and I probably just needed time to let it rest, maybe 12 hours or so. But I also knew I was low on calories, and I also developed giardia, which I don't think it was necessarily from because I was filtering my water. I think it was because my hands were dirty.
Mm.
I'm just like like not washing my hands, and so it was like all those things combined.
Yeah.
I knew I was hitting the section of San Juan's at that point, and I didn't have time, to mess around. And so I came off the trail just for safety reasons. And then, yes,
Well,
so attempting a third
fingers
time.
crossed
I
that this is
feel,
gonna.
I feel more positive. I've been, like I said, I'm trying to downsize my weight and food right now. My first go at food, I was like, nope, that's too heavy. I can't do that. So then I had to like rework different food, go
Yeah.
get new food that telling you like trying to figure out calories per ounce. Oh my gosh.
So, do you get to leave the trail, or are you going to stand up the full
mm-mm.
time?
So how an unsupported record works is, I mean, if I leave the trail, like that's on me. I have to do it by foot, and I have to like, and that all that time is accumulating. But there's, I mean, but there's no sense. You can't. There's no purpose of
Is she
leaving the
cutting
trail
out?
No, I think it
because.
was us.
Oh,
Oh, can you hear me?
there we go. I can
Yeah,
hear you
I
Oh,
can
now.
now.
there's no purpose of leaving the trail because in unsupport you can't like you couldn't get a hotel or anything, and you definitely can't go get food or anything. Like
Right.
what you need, you have to carry the whole way. Like you can't even if you're like, oh, I don't really need this, you can't dump it off. You have to carry it. If you run out of food, you can't get more food. Like you're stuck with like, and if you get more food, now it turns into a self support.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a puzzle piece trying to figure out how many calories because calories is weight. Weight
Yeah.
weighs you down. When you have a heavier pack, you're not as fast. And then when you're not as fast, you need more calories because now you're out there another day or whatever. So it's a huge puzzle piece. You
Yeah.
guessing what you think you could do and then try to carry a little bit of calories beyond that just in case you're out there. So yeah, you the only thing you're allowed to do now is if I come into a town, I can get rid of garbage and I
Okay.
can use a bathroom if I come into town. But I still cannot access water from public places. I still have to just carry. I can only do natural streams.
Okay.
And I can. I can recharge my electronics now. My first
Mm.
attempt to. Well, so I guess it was 3 years ago. Um, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, because yeah, they did not allow you to recharge your electronics, but they changed it last year. So that's the
I
only
kind of
thing.
have to, right? Because that's a battery
Well,
charge. It's a lot of. It's a
you're
You
lot
got
of
to be
weight.
able
carrying it
to
for a while.
record it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And
So
even
I
if
mean,
you have
and
a.
I'm taking like a couple battery banks just because, I mean, you come into town and if the town is closed in the middle of the night, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Wait
Right.
till morning? I mean, you don't really have that time. So there's that too.
So you can hit the porta potties on the way. You're allowed to do those, to actually sit down.
Yeah, but I mean, I could tell you there's like one porta potty at the very beginning, and then like 100 miles in, you come kind of into town, but actually to get into town is like 2 or 3 miles, so like you're not really in town. So really, the biggest time you come into town is Copper Mountain, at least from Denver to Durango, and that's like I don't know, it's over 100 miles in, 130 miles in or something. You'll walk when you walk downtown, you'll walk past like
What about
Starbucks and stuff like that. But the first year I did it, I was in the dark. The second last year, they were open, so I was able to go in and go to the bathroom. And I had somebody offer me like, "Oh, can I buy you coffee?" And I was like, "I would love it, but I can't because you can't take any trail magic or
Right.
anything."
Right. Then it becomes
So
supported, right?
right, supported
Yeah.
self support.
Yeah.
So, do you have a family member that's kind of like traveling kind of close by, or so? How do
No,
you get back to your car?
I'm flying into Denver on Sunday actually, and my friend is gonna pick me up and I'll stay with her. I'm flying in Sunday night, and then she'll drop me off on the trail on Tuesday, and then
Hmm.
I hope I make it to
You'll
Durango.
make it.
And when I get to Durango, I guess I'll probably get an Uber. I don't know. I have like two friends that live out there, but I haven't even told them I'm doing it because I don't know if I'll make it.
You're gonna make it.
I'm
but
sure you will.
but yeah. So I mean, and and I don't know if I'll finish in the middle of the night or whatever. So I'll probably just have to get an Uber to a hotel to try to like wash my clothes because there's no way I'm gonna sit on an airplane and smell that
Yeah.
way. It's horrible. It was I never smelled that bad in my life. Oh my gosh. And and then I'll try to get a ticket for the next day. Now if my husband was here, I would just have him come drive and get me, but
Yeah.
my husband's in Poland and my daughter, I'm not going to make her drive with all her younger brothers to come get me because it's really only 7 hours to Durango from here.
Yeah.
But I'll just fly. So
Okay.
I can't wait to watch. You're
Yeah.
gonna be posting again and
Yeah.
letting us the world know.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Well, so I'd like to have you back on after you
So,
finish that.
Yeah. Hopefully
Absolutely.
and I have a friend who she is doing it from Durango to Denver. We're both going Collegiate West, which is the harder route. And to be honest, there's been no one to set records. And there's been only one person to do it unsupported, but it was a male and he went Collegiate East. There's been no female or male records going Collegiate West, so we'll be the first ones. And if we both finish, we both set a record because it's considered two different routes.
Awesome.
Wow. So how many miles is that in total?
491.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I knew it was up there somewhere.
yes.
Do you run any of that, or are you fast hiking the whole thing?
In the end, I hope to be running when my pack is like bearable. Right now with everything, my pack's heavier than I want it to be, so I'm trying to get it down to like 35 pounds. Right now it's sitting around 40 with gear, food, and water. So I'm trying to get it dropped 5 pounds over the next like day or two before I head out. Now, I mean, it's hard to run when you've got that much weight on your back.
Yeah.
So, but when I started dropping weight from eating all my food last year, I was moving faster. Like it felt much easier. I'm like, oh, this feels so much better.
So like an ultra, where we run and then we start just hiking at the end.
Yes.
Now this is a hike to a run. That's pretty cool. I like that.
So I know you said you hope to do it in 11 days.
Yes.
Are you bringing food for an extra day or two?
I'm bringing food for 12, but then before I get on the trail, I'll either take like a pizza. My friend always takes a pizza, and last year I just took a couple burgers. So I'll do one or the other, and for like the first day, so technically I'll probably have about 13 days of food.
Okay.
I don't want it to take 13. You know how like you guys do it? You have ABC goals, right? In a race.
Yeah.
So a goal for me, whenever I do races, I do ABC goals, and a goal is usually the goal that if everything goes perfectly, that I can touch it, but it's not going to come without a lot of effort,
Right.
My B goal is everything still needs to work out pretty good, but I think I can, if I hold on and manage things well, even when things go up, I can get it. And C goal is, kind of like, I'm pretty positive I can do that, even if things screw up. And so for me, I feel like the Colorado Trail for me would be 11, 12, and 13 days for ABC. Because like 11, the difference would be the difference between 36 miles a day versus 40 to 43 miles a day. Or no, 46 miles a day. No, 46 miles a day. Sorry. Yeah. So it's a difference between 36 miles a day and 46 miles a day between my A and C goals. Yeah. So 10 miles don't sound like a lot until
But it is. It is.
It is a lot when
it's
you're
easily
climbing mountains.
it's easily 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah,
cool as a monsoon, and
yeah,
that's just. I
yeah.
want lots of pictures of you in the rain.
Well, and I need to go and check, but I think if I remember last time, it's like sits around 90,000, maybe a little over 90,000 feet of climbing over the 500 miles. So if you think about that, what is that? I mean, it's close to 20,000, 18, 20,000 feet in 100 miles, right? So
Yeah.
it's almost like 500-mile mountain races in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
with
That's
absolutely.
with a 35-pound pack.
Yeah.
yeah.
30 to
And
30
no
knots
aid station.
and no aid stations. Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
a
mean,
that's a pretty badass thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope I can do it because
You can. You
You
know why? 11's going to be your number. So.
yeah. Well, I considered waiting to next summer doing it when my husband's home. Just safety, if something goes wrong, he can come get me and all that kind of stuff. But he's like, Dina, you're not injured this year. What if you're injured next year? And besides, you're getting older and you're going to slow down.
Oh my gosh.
He's, I'm like, okay, all right, I'll go do it. Plus, my friend
Oh,
was
that's
doing it
funny.
again, and I was like, oh, I want to start at the same time so we can high five in the middle. That's just we actually did it. We both did it last year. We both failed last year for different reasons. And it was just such a huge morale boost for both of us to like meet in the middle. We're like, okay, she set her timer. We've got 20 minutes together. We turned that timer off and we spent like probably an hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour. We're like, okay, we don't want to go anymore. We just want to hang out. And, so
yeah.
it was, so we wanted to kind of do that again. So, yeah,
Yeah.
And
Well,
that probably is a big morale boost anyway.
very much.
Yeah.
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 So,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I'm
cool.
excited.
I can't wait to follow on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Do you have a link that you're going to be doing that? Or is that just on your Facebook?
I'm not sharing
Okay.
it publicly to everyone, because safety reasons. I don't want
Right.
some
Yeah.
Exactly.
creep
Yeah.
to find it and try to. I mean, they'd have to hike really far in to find me, but but still,
But you don't want to.
I do have one more question. So
Uh-huh.
I know you and I both, we don't sleep.
Yeah.
But what are you doing for this one? Are you going to like sleep 2 hours? Are you going to sleep in the daytime, the nighttime?
I tried 2 different things the past 2 years, and I wasn't successful. So, and
I
then
know
my
you didn't
friend,
sleep last year.
and my friend, she does something different, and she does well with it, but I don't think I could do it. So, um, I don't know. The first year, um, it was I don't know. I don't do well when I'm in a tent. If I put my tent up and actually climb in it, and I'm really cold waking up, I struggle getting up. Cold is my
Right.
kryptonite. I hate being cold. And so I lose time because I'm like slow and I don't want to get up. And so I lose time. So what I tried doing the first year was I tried to hike as much as I could in the night and nap during the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like that wasn't very, like, it didn't do well. So I tried to nap a little bit more last year. I don't know. And about half of my naps are not in the tent, they're just sitting on the ground. So this year, I don't know. I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna do. My friend will like hike from like five, I think four, maybe four in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning until like, I think she hikes from like 4 until like 10. But she hikes faster than me, and she likes a little bit more sleep. Where I'm like, I'm slower, a little bit slower with that weight,
Mhm.
and I can handle not sleeping. So that's how we kind of even out. And we're like, I think if we both finish, I'm pretty positive we'll both finish within like a 12-hour block. I think we can finish like the same day. But I don't know if I sleep that much, I probably won't get as many miles in. so, I don't know. I haven't 100% decided what I'm gonna do yet. Um, this year I actually just honestly, it's funny you asked me because I was thinking about it today. I was like, maybe what I'll do is I'll hit it like you're right. Maybe I'll go for the first like 50 hours and no sleep, and then sleep and see. Um, I met Claire Barnes, or not Barnwell, Claire Barnes. She's the she's from Europe, from France, and
Mhm.
she's at Barclay this year. And so I chatted with her a little bit. There's a little bit of a language barrier, but I could understand because she set the Colorado Trail. I don't remember which route. I think she went Durango to Denver. She did it East Collegiate and she did it self support, so she could replenished. So she has much lighter pack than what I'm starting with. But she set a new record and pretty fast one. And I asked her, I was like, how much did you sleep? She's like, no, no, I didn't sleep. Not enough. Like she barely got any sleep. And so then I was like, okay, maybe I'll be okay to just I'll sleep when it's over. I mean, like when I did sticks with you guys, I slept for like an hour and a half in that 72-hour
Yeah.
block.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that was more of a mental boost because I was in a really, really low mental thing. And
Yeah.
it was Casey's like, maybe you need a nap.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. So I finally came in, took a nap, and woke up, and then I was like, I feel better.
Yeah.
You did. You look
So
better. You
yeah,
were. You
I was in a
rose
really
very
Yeah.
low.
quickly.
I was in a very low
Yeah.
mood that time. So so then I got thinking, I survived an hour and a half in 72 hours. Like, it's just it's hard to stay awake.
Yeah.
There's like nothing, no music,
Yeah.
nobody to
Yeah.
talk to. You're just hiking, and you're just like, sometimes there are animal eyes you see, and you're like,
Have you ever seen anything?
well, last year, like I thought it was a mountain lion with the eyes. I thought for sure it was like 1 in the morning, and I'm making lots of noise, and it's slowly like kind of following me, and I go backwards until I got it out of its sight, and then I came into a valley, and I saw more sets of eyes, but they were further part of the head, so I was pretty sure that they were moose laying in the valley. But I was like,
Mm.
I'm not even gonna try to look. All I could see were the eyes because my headlamp was on low. Get to another spot, saw eyes like the first set of eyes, and I was like, there's not 4 or 5 mountain lions here. So I turned my headlamp on high, and there were deer. So then I was like, no need to be afraid. And so then I was
No.
like, all right. But there's some of that. Like it's you're out there alone, and there are animals. They come
Oh,
out
There
at
yeah.
are.
night.
Yeah.
Animals that you don't see. Like I didn't see any deer during the day, but they're all out at night.
Yeah.
Because you can see with your headlamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's harder to stay awake when you're too exhausted. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do to sleep this time. I think I'm gonna treat the first like 2 days. Try to treat it like I would in an ultra and not sleep and see.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do that the last 2 years and see if I can what I can do with that. I mean, hit some higher miles so that way it can kind of make up. Both times, day 3 was my slower day. Climbing Copper Mountain last year. Copper Mountain, right when I summoned to the top, got out of tree line, huge storm, the worst storm. I had to go back down. Like I did not feel safe to like climb over the summit of the mountain because I didn't know if lightning was gonna strike me because
Yeah.
any of that. And so I went back slightly down tree line and put up tent, and it took about 4 hours for that storm to go away. And I took video, like my tent was like shaky so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, it was bad. So like sometimes you have no control over that.
Right.
You don't. No.
You just got to play it safe. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been up there at the above the tree line, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden it hails. Those
Oh.
hurt. That's painful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
And then there's the lightning. I get that.
It's the lightning. It's
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, if I'm being real, like it's probably lightning would be the probably the worst thing that would cause my if I were to die out there, it'd be like lightning.
Well, you
why
are
you try
high
to
up,
play it.
right? And,
Yes.
and you're exposed.
Well, and that's why a lot of people, when they're doing a fastest known time, they don't count on doing West Collegiate because West Collegiate versus East Collegiate, West Collegiate is 80 some miles above tree line. Plus,
Mhm.
it has more climbing and more miles, where East Collegiate is a little bit less miles and it's all below tree line. So when you have 80 some miles and lightning storms all above tree line, it's obviously that's where it can get kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just got to try to go faster.
Yeah.
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 We definitely hope you'll have a successful
Yes.
completion
Thank you.
this year.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely want to have you back on if you
Yes.
would like to and
Absolutely.
hear all about it and get some pictures and find out about
Yeah.
what kind of eyes you see.
Yes.
If you had any
yeah.
hallucinations.
Well, last year, it happened. I didn't plan it this way, but this year I definitely planned it this way. But last year, I happened to be on the trail during the full moon. It was
Mhm.
amazing. Like, I mean, I cried. It was so like beautiful. I've never seen it so pretty. Like, I mean, I've seen full moons before, but not in the mountains like that. It was amazing. So this year I'm like, okay, when's the full moon? And I need to plan it where it's kind of in the middle, to kind of give me a boost of morale and, less, I don't need my headlamps, And so I was like, okay, it's full moon is, I think, July 10th or 11th.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Oh,
so yeah.
With the sun that's so active these days, you're getting those auroras. Maybe you'll get lucky and see that as well.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen a full moon look as beautiful as it did last summer. I don't know. It was just different colors. It was just,
yeah.
it was so pretty. I mean, I blew up one of my pictures from my cell phone and put on my wall because it was so pretty.
Make sure to send us that. We'll put it up right there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I'll keep you posted. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to come back if I complete it, or talk about my failures if I don't.
We want to hear about the trip.
Yeah,
definitely.
So,
I mean, you can inspire others, that want to follow your footsteps someday. And so they need to hear about that. So I am so glad that you came on. I was looking forward to it, and I was watching. I'm like, oh, she's with her husband, can't send an invite, and you're always busy. The kids were doing this and doing that. I'm like, oh, I gotta hold off.
I kind of forgot it, so I just, like, 2 days ago, I was like, looked at I was like, okay, what do I have going on this week? I was like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
I would have reminded you.
I've been so consumed packing for my trip, and then trying to prep my house because I'm leaving my kids, and my daughter can cook, but I want to try to, like, freeze a few more meals for her so it's not, too obtrusive for her to do all the things. So
it has been a pleasure. Yeah, and I think this is the first time we have Ore.
Yeah. So
And I hope you sign up for Ure. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
know. I never know if it's pronounced Ure, Ure. I don't know.
Everyone says it's something different. I say
Ore.
I say Ore. But I'm from Europe, so
yeah. It's definitely would like you to sign up for it. Try it, check it out. You like those mountain races? I'd say I'd come crew you, but I'll come crew or pace you if I'm not running it. Because I want to go back and run it. It is my favorite.
Chances are we're probably going to run it at the same time.
Yes.
Which would be fun.
Yes. I'm thinking next summer. And then my thought was next summer, maybe then I can volunteer Summit and then go back and do Summit the next year.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that.
I think that you would really enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, the Summit is, you get the same elevation as Ore, but over twice the distance.
Yes.
It's almost flat.
Yes. But just still mountains. So
still mountains, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
probably more runnable and enjoyable in that sense.
Yes.
You know, like there are sections where you're kind of like, I kind of just want to run a little bit now instead of hike.
Yeah.
But I like hiking. I mean, backpacking was my first love, and then I found trail running and ultra running, and so to me, like an FKT is the marrying the two.
Yeah.
It's enough to kind of give me the thrill of both. It's also enough to kind of like not 100% hate backpacking. I meant like FKT. Well, the problem with the FKT is like I kind of do like when I'm backpacking. I like to kind of calm down at the end of the day. You cook a hot meal on the stove. But when I'm doing FKT, it's cold soaking. I'm not sleeping. So there's a lot of miserable moments.
Yeah.
And but I just keep telling myself it's just like less than 2 weeks. I can be miserable
that's all it is.
2 weeks. And then I'll see like a beautiful sunrise or amazing sunset, and I'm like, oh, okay, I've got like it makes it worth it,
Yeah.
But so.
But definitely, the Rockies are definitely a beautiful place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're magical.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, well, thank you for having me on.
It's been a pleasure,
and I'm so glad to see you again.
Yes, we'll race again, and I'll contact you about like meeting up with running since we live so close. I didn't realize we were that close.
Yeah, so. I mean, I'm knocking at your back door.
Yes,
I can get on top of the mountain right here and see El Paso. It's really, I can see Mexico, and
that's awesome. Because I come up to Las Cruces sometimes, but I guess that's still a little bit of a drive for you.
That's about, it's an hour and a half.
There's a movie theater there, so. Well, I hope you have a beautiful night and go enjoy your family and enjoy preparing for your big hike. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. And
you're welcome.
Yeah. I will talk to you later then.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.